Live, we are live. Thank you, guys. We are live this morning. Thank you for joining me, guys. Appreciate it. We are live. We are live. We're gonna wait for some people to log in, guys. Thank you for joining us this morning. Appreciate it. Big up to everyone that watching the platform. Big up to everyone that's supporting the platform and watching the channel, subscribing. Thank you very much. We appreciate it. And this morning, guys, we're gonna into a show this morning. Happy Sunday, guys. Happy Sunday. We are in the land of the living. Big up to that. We are live this morning. We are in the land of the living this morning, guys. So we are grateful for that, guys. Happy Sunday. Today's the 10th of November. Yeah. So what's going on, guys? Wait for some people to log in the chat this morning. We had a good chat yesterday, guys. We had a pretty good chat. So this morning you see the topic, guys. We're gonna get in sharing some information and thoughts this morning on Donald Trump making leadway, and not everyone gonna be happy with his but the American people have spoken with his administration. But so far, guys, so far, a lot of people are on board because they voted for this man. And we're just gonna go over the plan this morning, what Trump will bring for the United States and his people. We're talking about education-wise. We're talking about especially in school, especially in education, healthcare, and we know that one, the LGBT community plus. We know Trump. This is no surprising to that community because that community know that Trump is not okay with that. We're gonna read some things this morning and speak about that. I notice when I do shows like this, especially with the LGBT community, I always get really no views. I don't know why. I do the same thing how I put up other videos. So whenever I do a video about the LGBT community or anything to do with that community, your chat don't get no views on this platform because I guess my audience are not interested in that. But you should be interested in because it's going to play a big part in our society, especially when it comes down to our kids, what they've been teach, what they've been taught in school. And we know Donald Trump is against a lot of the teaching over the years. That was he's saying that's you traumatizing our kids. To me, that is abuse. So we're gonna get into the show this morning, and Jay's in the house. Good morning, Jay. Welcome to the Yard Chat. Welcome to the Yard Chat. Thank you. Press the like button. You know how it goes. Thank you for returning again. So like I said, a lot of people probably not going to be okay with this topic what we discussed this morning, but hey, we have to discuss these things because what? Because it will affect the community, the nation, our kids' education. So Trump is very hard on this LGBT community right now. Because we knew when Trump was in presidency before 8 years, that community was sitting on the edge of the seat because they know Trump do not stand for that. And Trump went on record. There's a plan that Trump have. It's called a Trump47. I know he's a 47 president, but there's a plan or agenda that Trump is putting out there for people to. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I don't know who this guy. It seemed like you from somewhere out the country because PYCTEM. That sound like somewhere overseas. Shout out to Jay in the house. Big up to Jay. Thank you for returning. Thank you for guys. Make sure you press the like button when you come in the chat, guys. So we're going to get in some reading this morning about what Trump did, the plan, what he's trying to implement into in the government. Because he went on record said he's going to change the government. He's going to for the government to be more productive and involve the people more in the community in our country, our nation, United States. Not giving money to outside entity where the country is losing money. And I mean, listen, I keep saying this. The last time I checked, it was $2.1 trillion that America have given to Ukraine, guys. And there's a time that Ukraine have to stand up and defend themselves and stop depending on. But I see what America doing. America need allies. America need friends. So when they go out, as they say, the world police, to go out and help these people. You know, when war break out, people choose sides. You know that. So America trying to so-called be the American police, but you so caught up in everyone else's business, but not taking care of the people in the United States business. So the first thing that we're going to speak about this morning, you know what I mean, and I hope no one get upset. These are not my words, and I hope YouTube understand when I will use a proper pronoun and all these things to my best of my knowledge, because I did work in that in social service where kids the pronoun. I understand that. And 10% to the big guy. High speed. What do you mean 10% to who? I don't understand. So what is the agenda for 47 question? What to know about Trump policy agenda after election win? And former President Donald Trump have won the presidential election. We all know that. And take office in January. We know that. And while his final policy choice remained to be seen, he could push plan for a year-old platform that included stricter rules for schools, for hardline immigration policy, scrapping climate regulation, creating entry-level new freedom city. That is what is on President Trump agenda. Trump agenda 47 consists of proposal his campaign issue. They issued it on the website during the primary election season from December 2022 to December 2023, many of which may require congressional action, but some of which could be enacted through executive order and are separate to the Project 2025 proposal developed by a third-party organization. While Trump agenda proposal and video were long linked on campaign website, his website homepage now only linked to a shorter set of the proposal, including a separate link of a Republican National Community Border proposal or platform. But link to this more detailed agenda 47 proposal remain active. Offering more insight about the ex-president priority than what listed. Excuse me, I lost my page here. Yeah, but before we get, this is just giving you a preview of what's going on. More detail. Agenda 47 proposal remain active, offering more insight about the ex-president priority than what listed on the website now. So the first thing that Trump is will speak on is education. The education proposal for K-12 school, including having parents elect school principal, cutting federal funding for any school teaching critical race theory, ending teacher texture, creating a new credential body to only certify teachers who embrace patriarch value, including pride in school. You see, listen. We all cannot agree with Trump on certain things. And I see that. And that's why I decided to come on this morning and share my point of view. Hey, my phone is 7% and I subscribe to your channel. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the subscribing and like. Like the video, guys. So embrace patriotic value. Encouraging prior in school. Make it easy to kick out of control, troublemakers out of school. Supporting school district and allowing teachers to carry concealed firearm. Wow. And pushing school choice policy. There is more information about the education. This is just a soft covering what the paper is actually giving us. But reality is, the education part of it, that is where Donald Trump is very upset with the American or the Democrat, not the American people, the Democrat, because the Democrat were the one that really pushed this issue. So right now, Trump is once he go in the presidency in January, there's certain things that that Trump know that the Democrat push to the limit. And we see over the years a lot of meltdown, guys, a lot of meltdown. All these Hollywood actors and actresses, entertainers, Lady Gaga, Beyonce, Cardi B, Jay-Z, I don't know if Jay-Z, who else? Fat Joe, Mayor Adam, D.L. Hoodley, all these people that who are standing up, who are speaking and make their voice heard, the people on the View, they like the teaching what's going on in the school. So, and I come to understand why the people in the Democrat is so upset and so mad, because the agenda that they all agree and all we're pushing is on a back burner. And I believe Trump will put in some law, because Trump went on the record. It's another thing that Trump went on the record. Democrat embraced himself over propaganda, privilege that were given to this lifestyle. Right? It's a privilege that was given. It wasn't like Trump went on the record and say he believed there is two agenda in the world. Either you're born a male or a female, and we don't have no choice in that. We are assigned at that at birth. 100% fact, truth. There is no other sex in the world, male and female. There's no in between. There is no this. There's no that. There is no that. It's all in your mind. But reality is, you're born a male or female. That is it. That is it, guys. So the Democrat embraced themselves over propaganda. Privilege that were given to this lifestyle. The American people have spoken. All your rights are intact. There is no need for any more special human rights, what the Democrat want to push. That is why I support Trump on this particular subject about the teaching in school. And this is where the Democrat, they are sick and twisted and a very evil people work over there. How can you want to give teachers more right than a parent? How can you give a principal, counselors more right than a parent? That is what Kamala Harris stand for. Beside of all of that, guys, I don't care about other stuff. This is what is on my mind this morning. This should be on every Republican mind, that you cannot let this behavior become accustomed to the world, which is unnatural behavior. So these people have to get laws to practice that type of behavior and slackness. No, man, listen. I don't like when people say they're going to pray for me, because listen, I understand your good intention, but I do not quit to take prize from, because I don't know you. You know what I mean? I don't know you. I keep it real. Whatever you listen, if you're a Christian, like the Bible say, whatever you do in your secret closet, the Most High reward you in the opening. So whatever you do, and if I don't know about it, you do, man. But if you're going to ask me to pray for me, I'm going to say no, out of respect, because I don't know you, and it's not all prayers are good. It's not all prayers are good, okay? Because some people up, I'm not saying you, but some people pray to other entities, and I do not want that vibes in my life. Keep it like that. No one gonna bring nothing in my life. So every prayer that you're gonna bring, I don't know what you're gonna say in your secret closet, but all I could say is that if I don't know about it, I don't know about it, and it's not gonna come into being. But if you're praying for me and you're saying something, I know about it, and it's going to come forth. So I don't want that. So respect my wishes. I thank you. No hard feelings, brother. So so that is what the Democrat Party. So all your rights are intact. There is no other rights that you need. You have human rights. Do you see men going around say that we want more rights? We don't, because we have the human rights. Women have the right. Women have the right to do what they want to do. If you get pregnant and you're not practicing the safe sex, you letting your partner free willy and do what they want to do, and you're not practicing, you are responsible. But you cannot use abortion as a birth control to control your behavior, how you don't want to control yourself, how you don't want to practice safe sex, but you want to go out there, get pregnant, and you know what I mean? It's people. I understand. That's what I'm saying. A woman, you have these rights. So there's no other rights you need. Those rights are there. You could do anything you want. So like if they bring this law into existence, like women wasn't doing that before. Come on, guys. Wise up. All your rights are intact. You want um so it's a shame that people compromise themselves to make rights for other people and leave other people out of it. Listen, you cannot make no other human rights for no one else because that is unjust and that's not fair. What these people are actually doing, they want their own generation. Okay, so according to Trump, these are the transgender rights, right? This is a transgender right, and we know what's going on in California and New York. So this is what Trump is saying. Transgender right. Trump take hard stand against transgender right, calling for a healthcare provider providing gender a form to affirm care for young to be terminated from Medicaid and Medicare, stripping federal funding from any school where official or teacher suggests a child could be trapped in the wrong body and engage and encourage Congress to pass legislation saying only gender recognized by United States government are male and female, and they are assigned at birth. That is true. That is what Trump stands for. And how could anyone in their right mind do not support this? Agree or not? So that is what Trump stands for. Trump said he's not going to support the propaganda. He's not. So Trump went on record and said, any teacher, any guidance counselor, anyone that providing gender confirming care for you to be terminated from Medicaid, they should be terminated. Because he's saying people who is on Medicaid, Medicare, and these people who are getting free to do all this, he said the government going to stop that because guess what? The government, he's saying that only to recognize a male and a female, and that those as sex or gender were assigned at birth. So he's saying there is no other agenda where people could get laws, and that is where the Republican is against that, and Trump support that, and Democrat support all these bills to give these transgender the rights to do surgery, engage, telling the student, teachers telling the student and principal that if they don't like what they have, they could change it and do all that. That is basically what Trump is saying, that these teachers are encouraging this type of slackness and behavior to our young kids. And the young kids don't have no other choice but to go along with these people because we are the adult. And another thing that California is so disgusting and have slackness and lost humanity. How can you have a 10-year-old, a 9-year-old child to make an adult decision for he and she that will impact their life forever? Once you do that surgery, you're not coming back no more. And to me, this is how I feel about it. You're going to have a child that went through this sex surgery and from a boy to a girl. But to me, I don't care. And I don't want to sound harsh like I don't really care. I do care. But I think these people need mental counseling. And also, the proposal for Trump is saying that like for the homeless situation, he's going to take care of that. He's going to have programs, give these people the opportunity to get their life straightened out, have programs, have counseling, and also mental health counseling. And that is what I believe. That is what I believe in the LGBT community. They need counseling. And the problem what I see where they're going to have big problem in the future. These people stick to their own community. Their doctors, their psychologists, everything, their teachers, they stick to everyone in that LGBT community. But guess what? These people are seen one-dimensional way, and is to increase their community at any means necessary. And we had a lot of people went on social media and said that when the LGBT community crossed the line, and the government know that because the American people have spoken. So I am not coming out here and bashing anyone. I'm speaking on the election and what Trump present to the American people, and the people are signed to it and agree to it, that this proposal, what the LGBT and the Democrat, what the proposal that coming, the rest of the United States is not okay with it. So that's the reason, and that's the reason why too a lot of people don't want to speak about that. It is what the Democrat brought for the table and bring forth. A lot of people said, what the hell are these people are doing? These people are giving teachers, police, counselors, guidance counselor more rights than your parents. These people have more rights to control your child than the parents that gave birth to them. So Trump has said that is nonsense. So all of this teaching in school about Heather have two mommy, Kevin have two daddy, and all of that, it's going to stop, people. And I believe that, because that did a lot of damage to our community. Don't you know, people, it's that teaching for almost over 10 years or whatever, that this teaching been coming in, that our society, kids been committing suicide. They all confused mentally, physically. They're confused in their head. They don't know. You have one child on online. So he said he was bisexual, but now he's not bisexual anymore. He's going gay all the way now. He's not going to do anything with women, everything with men. See, that is a confused child. That is a sickness, guys. And I believe that is a dynamic sickness. I believe these are a dynamic spirit, that these kids, familiar spirit. These things come. It's affecting them spiritually and mentally. So I'm glad that Trump decided to take a step towards doing the right thing when it comes down to preserve the human race, and not talking about whatever that community is doing is okay. It's not okay. It's not normal. It's not normal at all. It's not. There is no, and these people fool you. These people fool you too. Listen to the propaganda these people believe in. You have these female on social media. They are female, and they think because they have a mustache and remove their breasts and have a six-pack and have long hair and have a beard and change their voice tone, they are men. You're not a man. You cannot be, no one could put you into a man but God. No one could put you as a man or woman as God, because those are assigned to you, and you didn't have no choice in that. So you saying that the person who made you made a mistake? That's a lie from the pit of hell, guys. These people believe that what they're doing is right. These people are controlled by an entity, by a dynamic spirit, that this dynamic spirit lie to them and tell them, they're okay. If this was normal, if this type of lifestyle and behavior was normal, why these people have to get law? And these people are so wicked and perverted. You know what they're trying to do? Reverse psychology, like we're stupid, like we don't know. These people talking about, well, how you become heterosexual, because you're born as that. You're born as that. You're born as that, and that is what the creators say you're assigned to. You're male or you're female. There is no reason why. This is why I got very upset. I have friends who are in that community. They don't bother me. They don't say nothing to me disrespectful, but all I tell anyone, that you have to treat me respect. I don't care what sex you are, what pronoun you want to be called. If you don't treat me respect and dignity, you will hear about it and you have a problem. You cannot force in a law on people when it come down to a personal decision. And that's what these people are doing. And do you know when these people went to the left all the way, when American people decide to say, no, this needs to stop, is when it's when they start to go after the kids. When that song came out, that we are going after your kids, because these people, they need young people. They cannot operate with old people. They need young people, because the young people have to go out there and perform those behaviors and tradition and act. The older people in that community, they the one have the businesses, they the one have the money, they the one funding this organization, they the one feeding this entity. It's the younger people. When you see in that community, what do you see? You see a lot of young people. They recruit young people, because young people can be manipulated and they are being beguiled. That is the word I've been using for the last month, the word beguile. So what I want everyone to do, go look up that word beguile. Go look up that word beguile. That's an old word. That's a biblical word, as a matter of fact. Go look up that word beguile and study that word and bring it into reality in today's society, and see who is beguiling who. Listen, the Republicans are not so innocent either. But on this particular subject and this particular situation and topic with Trump, with these the Agenda 47, I have to agree when it comes down to the LGBT rights that need to be looked at very carefully, and knowing what these people are doing. They are forcing this education on kids. So Donald Trump is saying that no, this cannot be. This type of teaching will be expelled from the school immediately. And right now, that community, they're sitting on the edge of their seat, because they know that Trump is not playing, and they know, and that is why these people are these people on the Democrat, they are upset, like the Whoopi Goldberg, the View, the Joy, all of these people are Charlemagne, D.L. Hoodley, because when you look at those people, when you look at in their life, half of their kids in that community. Half of their kids in that community. Look at Magic Johnson. Look at Dwayne Wade. Look at it's in UFC too, Overeem, Tommy Davidson, the Wayne brothers in their family. People, it's everywhere in Hollywood, especially in Hollywood. So these Democrats, they are upset, because that's the reason why they are upset, because their child not going to have those rights. And they don't need those rights, because they already have those rights. Listen, what right do a person need if they're doing that type of lifestyle already? What rights? And people, I don't care what they do. So what it is, these people want these special rights to rub it in our face and come in public and do the most disgusting things in public. Look, when these people are in public, they are half naked. How in the world? I'm walking with my kids and my son, and I'm see people walking half naked. Do you think that's that? And you have men dressing up in costume. It's people. That is Sodom and Gomorrah. That was the same thing going on in Sodom and Gomorrah, and also the same thing was going on when Moses led the people out of Israel, out of Egypt. Those people prefer that type of lifestyle and pagan worship. What these people, they're worshiping a flag that they made up and bring it in. All of these countries, they're all in cahoots. You have British, you have the France, and you have USA. Those are the three leading countries in that propaganda. The three leading countries that push that. They are the three leading countries that push that. And reason why they're all together, look at the flag. The flags represent that they are together. Do you know what the biggest propaganda that was sold to the American people, and think that American people are free? Is a lie. What American people did, talking about the Boston Tea Party and all that nonsense, people, look at it. What they did was to expand their border. What these people did, America, because America and France and the British have the same flag. Why? Same color in the flag. That means they are brothers. and sisters, because this is how deep that France go with United States. France gave the United States the Statue of Liberty. That's how deep it is. And that Statue of Liberty is a pagan worship, because when you see it, you look at it as a god. That's freedom. Freedom for what? Freedom to do this type of lifestyle. That's what it represents. That is what the Statue of Liberty represent. Freedom to do anything you want. And these people, oh, we in America, let's create another generation of people. That's what it is. And that is what happened when these people decide to say they're going after our kids. They're going after our kids in school. Look what they're teaching in school. So Trump has decided to put a stop to all of that, people. And a lot of people in the Democrat Party, all these famous people, they are mad because it's majority of their kids are in that community. Go look in Hollywood. Go look in Hollywood. You had a famous young actor. You had a famous young actor transition in big time movies, famous actor, and these people see what this type of behavior do. It tell kids it's okay, and it's not okay, because you're forcing a lifestyle on these kids that eventually later on they're gonna have a lot of health complication. And no, look all these people. Come on, guys. Do you ever see look at Elton John? He can't walk. Look up Paparazzi, whatever his name is, couldn't walk. Let me tell you something, people. That type of lifestyle come with health complication when they get older, people. Look at them. Look at it, people. They have all type of health complication, because that type of the body is not meant for anything to go in. It is for things to come out. That there's two holes you have in your body. For females, that's different. For the male, you have one to eliminate your body waste, okay? And you have the other one where you put the food in. That's your mouth, okay? And you have your male organ where you can release yourself when you want to go to the bathroom through urine so what these and what these people doing, that type of lifestyle is abomination. And they don't want to say it like that. Fat Joe, all of them support that. All of them. And I'm disappointed in Fat Joe. All of them support it. I don't care about Megan Stallion, because we know, come on, Carly B, come on, Beyonce, come on. These people, that's the type of lifestyle they love, because they are in that music industry, and that's the type of lifestyle these people push. So these people are mad at Trump because Trump is making himself known to the public that the teaching of Heather have two mommy, or Billy or Joey have two daddy, that is too much. That is disrespectful towards humanity itself. That is disrespectful towards the Creator himself. These people, how can you say that this is a healthy lifestyle? How can you say that healthy? How is that healthy? So if that's a healthy lifestyle, that means whatever come out of your body, you will eat it. If that's healthy, would you eat your body waste? Listen, people. I used to work in a nursing home, and a couple years ago, in the early 2000s, in the late 90s, and somewhere late 90s too. I used to work in a nursing home. I used to take care of the elder. And there was some people in nursing home that are so mentally gone, dementia, Alzheimer's. When I mean gone, they are gone. They have a time when it's called a sundown, when these people with Alzheimer's and dementia, they act different. It's just a different. Why you think when you go in a mental institution, the color is a solid color? It's a reason why. It's a reason. It's always like a beige, like a grayish, like a beige. There's a reason why, because these people, they react to when the sun goes, so they have to have a steady pace so their mind could be settled. So I used to take care of the elderly, and I used to take care of people with all type of dementia, Alzheimer's. These people, they cannot be by themselves. They have to be watched. And it come to the point where some of these people have to be restrained because of what they do to themselves. They have to be restrained in the bed because due to certain health complication and reason to protect them. But then I think the state or HIPAA and all them things changed it where we couldn't do the restraint no more because, and the reason why it was for the restraint was to protect these people from eating their body waste, their feces. I had a gentleman. I went in his room one day. Oh my God. This man had the feces. Forgive me, people. I don't want to get detailed, but had his feces in his hand and eating it. He was eating it, guys. I said, oh my God. I called the nurse. The nurse said, yeah, he do that sometimes. People, the smell was coming from this man was horrible. When I cleaned up this man, the smell that was coming from this man was horrible. And this man always going to the hospital because he's always having some problems inside. So you trying to tell me if that is so natural and healthy, you want to call going in that type of place where your body is eliminating body waste. You're going to put yourself there and say that is safe, that is healthy. Yeah, right. Come on, guys. These people, when you look at them, when you're around these people, they have a different vibes. I work with these people. I work with kids that have been transitioned, take them to different, trust me, girl or boy. So I said to these people, wait a minute here. You don't see something wrong with this? They said, oh, what are you talking about? I said, wait a minute here. If a boy is transitioning, big organization in New York, we know who that organization. I don't want to call that name. So I asked these people. I said, wait a minute here. I said, if a guy is transitioning into a female, you put him on a female side. And I said, if a female is transitioning, why you don't put him on the male side? You see the propaganda? Do you see the propaganda? If you want to be treated equal and so you want equal rights for everyone, why must you put the male transitioning on the female side, right? But you're not going to put a female who's transitioning to a male on the male side. Why? Because you know that there's a strong possibility that this person might, you know what I'm saying? So it's the same thing. And I used to speak to some of these young girls. They said they wasn't okay with that. They wasn't safe with that. It's a safety concern, and this guy walking around in a unit with a bunch of females, and he's a guy. Because he decided to put some socks as breasts, talk how God knows how they talk that. That is what these people do. That's reality. See, these people don't want you to tell you these things because people, I work in this facility and this young guy was a transgender, explained everything to us, took his time and explained what he do to look like what he presenting. I heard it from the horse's mouth. They talk, whatever. They have fake, he said he put socks, tissue to have fake boobs and a wig, let his hair grow. That's what these people do. They are not real. They are not giving you a real. They give you something of a delusional that pretending to be. How can you pretend to be something you're not? And these people who are giving these people rules and law, they are the worst because these people are perverted. These people who are giving these people these rules and law are perverted themselves. Yes, Isaiah, that is an abomination. And the America want to give legal rights to abomination. That's what they want to do. And Kamala Harris was the first one in front to jump up to say, I be the one that to preach this. And look what happened. So as bad as the LGBT community, they are on the edge of their seat right now because they know that privilege. Years ago, I had my license taken away. I had some infractions. I had some infract on my license, insurance, and all them things. Back then. So, so I went to the first. I suspended my license, and I went to the judge, and he just said to me, he said, "Do you know what is a privilege?" And I know what a privilege is. He said, "In your New York State manual." He said, "You know what he said?" I know what he said, but the judge is reminding me now. So the judge said, in the New York State driver's manual, it said, it is a privilege. And the judge said to me, he said, where there is privilege, it can be given and it can be taken away. And he said, I'm taking away that privilege. Your license is revoked. Your license is gone because it's a privilege. That's what the judge told me. He said, when someone give you a privilege, they could give it and they could take it away. So right now, the LGBT community are on the edge of their seat because it could be taken away because they was given privileges. It's not rights. Those are privileges. Privileges. So don't let these people fool you talking about they have rights. Rights for what? A privilege they have. And right now, Trump is saying that the privilege for the teachers to teach this propaganda in school is over. They are not gonna traumatize our kids, teaching them that if they're not okay in their body, they could transition. All of that is okay. It's okay. Nobody gonna judge you. So all of that need to stop. He said any teacher in the system teach this propaganda will be severely dealt with, and I agree with that. When you hang around these people, there's a vibe that gives off. A very foul vibe. Very foul. And that vibes they give off, it's a very strong delusional vibe. Very delusional vibes. It's what you call it, big guile. It's a big guile meant or beguiling vibes that it give artificial, it give it give it give off this like fake. It's not real. You have to look at it. You have to test it. Listen, that's why the Most High say, the Most High say these people. Not because today's Sunday we bring in, no. Because, I believe in a God. I believe there's a creator. And the Most High said that you have to try the vibe of everything that you see. You have to try it. You have to try it, good or bad. You have to try it. You have to try the vibes. Or you could say try the spirit where they're coming from. Because every person have a spirit. And the spirit is giving off certain type of and that spirit, what it gives off, at first it will give you comfort because it's a beguiling spirit. It's not coming in its true form. It's coming misleading because when I used to work for this organization and they used to push that, you have psychiatrists. This lady, I said, I see what she's doing. I said, she's wicked, man. She's wicked. So what these people do, they come in and trying to psych out your brain. They bring in family pictures. They bring in family pictures of a man and a woman and kids. Then they would throw a picture in there. You don't know if it's a woman or man. You don't know. You don't know if it's a woman or man. other person or other party in the picture, you could distinguish, know if it's a man or woman. But the other person, you don't know if it's a man or woman. They have kids, and they put that as a family. Then they put obvious a woman and a child and another woman walking. They're all holding hands. Then they put another picture with a child with two men walking, holding hands, with no face on it, but it just a outline. But meanwhile, they will have the true way how the Most High one supposed to have it, how it's supposed to go, a male and a female and a child. And they said, would you consider these all families? That's the big garment these people start. They start with strategy, how to get your mind. That's what they do. Soften up you up, then diving in, then you be eased, then you compromise. So I said to her, to the lady, what are you trying to do here? What do you? Oh, I just trying to see if everyone agree, if this is a family. I said, what make a family? I said, what make a family? Oh, two-person. And she do not want to identify if it's a male or a female. When two individuals come together, it could be a male or female, and they come together, they want to build a family. No, that's not a family, guys. Do you see the deception what these people give up? They are not real. What these people are doing, they are mimicking the true family of God to create an imitation, because the entity, this person, this entity that's in the world cannot produce life. Cannot produce life. Could two women produce life? No. Could two men produce life? No. Good morning, Big Bear everywhere. Do you see what I'm saying? So this is what that a lot of people were upset because the Democrat lost. I am happy Kamala Harris lost. And I didn't support Kamala Harris, and I did not support Donald Trump, but I support what Donald Trump stands for when it comes down to the LGBT community, believe in family. You know what I mean? Listen, my platform, I don't care if I lose subscribers and followers. I love subscribing people come on my platform, but my platform, if you like my platform, I tell people this is what my platform about: reality, truth. If you are very easy to get offended for what I say, this channel is not for you. If you think that I'm going to bash the LGBT community, no, I'm not. I work in that community sometimes. I used to work with kids, took them to Brooklyn, all of that. I know all the ACS policy and guideline, all of that. But what I'm saying is this: when this particular community decide to go after kids, I said there's a big problem. So right now I'm supporting Donald Trump on the policy of taking back the school, bringing pride back in school. Bringing pride back in school. Stop teaching and traumatize our kids that Heather have two mommy, Joe have two daddy, and this and that. Trump has said he's against that, and Trump already made his point of view and said he believe he's going to change the legislature and to Congress, and saying that there's only two gender in the world, and which is 100% right. He's 100% right, guys. So, like I tell people, you know what I mean. There's certain platform I post on that with certain videos and certain things. But when it comes down to YouTube my base, I try, I am following the guideline and the policy of YouTube to respect every human being. That's what it is to respect a human being. It's not about giving people rights. There is no other rights. True. My thoughts are that what you do in your world is yours. Yes, but it should not be brought into school, teaching our kids, confusing our kids. So Trump is saying this type of action, what these people are doing. How can you give a teacher, a guidance counselor, a principal more parental rights than the parents that the mother that carried that child for 8 or 9 months, give birth to that child, and you want to tell that the parents don't know what's for that child, what's best for that child, but you telling the guidance counselor no because they want these kids to transition in? They want to create a race, guys. And the race that they want to create is a race that cannot produce. They just keep recruiting young people, and in the LGBT community, it's a lot of young people, and that's another reason why I believe Kamala Harris could not win, because President Barack Obama ready to use that ticket. He ready to use that card. He the one that signed that bill. So President Obama signed a contract with that community, and they the one that make him win the second election. That's why I stopped supporting President Obama. I didn't support him for this first term, but when he did that in the second term, I said, this man is abomination and desolation. Then look what happened. He signed that bill. And what happened last year, guys? Look what the Democrat did. What happened last year? Joe Biden signed the bill on Easter. It is Transgender Day on Easter. So the plan was for Kamala Harris to come in and bring up the plan of human rights to give these people to do anything they want to do. But thank God to the Creator. I'm not giving Trump any praise, but it's God work that prevent that. This was a warning to America that what America is heading. America is a modernary Babylon. America is a horror lot, is what the Bible speaks about in Revelation, the horror that made every city, every nation drink from her wicked cup. Why you think a lot of countries against America? Because of that. Every country kill and murder and rape, but not every country will put this bill into law. That's what separate other countries from America. America lost its value, its morals. America would never build an American character because they want to come to a former land through the British, the France, and America. They all support each other. That's what they did. Why you think the British and France and America are like this? Why you think France gave America the Statue of Liberty for freedom? So this is what they want to push in this country. You don't want to push a woman could be a man, which is impossible. And a man cannot be a woman, which is impossible. I don't care how much surgery you get. I don't care how much you cut off your brain. Your brain is a man or woman brain. You think different. We all know a man, they think different. So you could do all the surgery you want. You could change your face. You could do all the body, all orientation, all of that. But your inner self is you. Info, and listen, I could get into that too, Big Bear. Check this out. I went to SI Fish on Sunday before the election last week. And only one older gentleman came on. There was a whole bunch of young black men in SI Fish. And I asked him, I said, come on, I want to see your viewpoint, sit down, have a session with me, how you guys think about the election coming up in the next 2 days. None of those young black men want to speak. So if you want to say it was young black men didn't vote because they didn't care. Okay? Older black men, like in our age that have more knowledge, more detail of what's going on, more self-awareness, what's going on, we will vote. We vote for Trump because the Democrat, no one want this type of propaganda in this nation. The American people have spoken. She won New York, she won California, and she won Jersey. Why? Because those countries support the propaganda. Don't forget, people, and Kamala Harris and Barack Obama and Joe Biden forget that you think the American people are stupid? You think, yeah, right now I'm in Jersey. Big up Big Bear everywhere. Guys, you need to go over there and support Big Bear channel. You know what I mean? Big Bear everywhere. Listen, man, Big Bear, listen. If you want to find me, most of the time I'll be over here on YouTube on my platform. I could go live on TikTok. So I'm going to start doing stuff on TikTok too. Instagram, I don't have time for Instagram. I really don't have time for Instagram because what things that I need to speak about, you know what I mean? I need to go forward. I can't waste time on Instagram because Instagram is a click platform. Listen, I go where I'm supported. I go where people want to see my point of view and my insight on certain things. I'm not going over there. I rarely post video over there. Maybe I just posted a video yesterday. I haven't posted. I don't. It's not my number one priority right now. It's YouTube and Instagram. It's YouTube and TikTok. All right, my brother. Enough love, enough respect. All right, man. I know. I saw that reel yesterday on Instagram. That was good. About the grief counseling. That's good, man. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. guys, if you're in the chat, go there and support Big Bear everywhere. His YouTube channel. And we're gonna get together, man. We're gonna get together. We're gonna get together and do a show. Hopefully, you know what I mean. I know it's kind of hard coming together sometime, but you know we will do it. You know, we get everything straight once. Also, Big Bear, before you go, I'm gonna start doing podcasts at SI Fish. I'm gonna start doing it down there. So, you know, we're gonna start doing it. All right, man. Peace. So, you know what I mean? That's how it is, guys. Enough love, enough respect. Yeah, guys. So, you know what I mean? Thanks everyone for joining this morning, you know what I mean? So we're just speaking about certain things. Also, President Trump talking about the homeless situation. Education also, before we get into homeless, education. That's about education. The healthcare, that's another thing. He's speaking about the homeless situation. You know, he's saying that if they're going to give the homeless mental counseling and places to go and things like that. So we're going to wait and see. But the two major thing right now, you know what I mean, education is a plus. You know, what's going on in education, health wise, and the LGBT community. Those are the things that we should be concerned about right now. Trust me, because with this movement, everyone know that Trump is against it. My friend just came on and said that 14 million people didn't vote for that didn't vote because they didn't vote. 14 million. I heard something about that. He said, this is what he said. Nah, she lost cause 14 million people didn't vote. Trump had 1.3 million vote, less than the last time he ran. Parents need to teach at home. You know what I mean? Even though parents could teach at home, but it's the influence that these people have in the school that, you know what I mean? Listen, all I'm saying is this, guys. The situation in school, teaching kids, young kids, 5, 6 years old, that is okay. It's not okay with me, but that's another topic. Yeah, it's a perfect spot for that. So we're gonna run with it. Yeah, it's a perfect spot for SI Fish, you know what I mean, to do the podcast down there. You know what I mean? Good people down there, you know what I mean? We're gonna big it up. So we got arranged for you to come down and do a podcast there, man. If you're still in the chat. I invite a couple people on, but they never, I mean, so, I mean, but it is what it is. So, guys, thank everyone for joining me this morning, guys. I appreciate it. I appreciate the 4 likes, guys. Man, I mean, we are building, what you call it? We are building a platform on, over here, guys, and we're building a platform over here. We just come on live and we speak facts. You know what I mean? We speak the truth. We speak things that relevant to society, so that people could understand where we're coming from. You know what I mean? But let me just read something to you guys, whoever come in the chat, the new people. Transgender rights. Trump takes a hard stand against transgender rights, calling for any health care providing gender affirming care for you to be terminated from Medicare. They'll be terminated from Medicaid and Medicaid, stripping federal funding from any school where any official or teacher suggests a child could be trapped in the wrong body, and encourage Congress to pass legislation saying the only gender recognized by the U.S. government and make is male and female, and that are assigned at birth, which is true. It's true. How you feel about that, guy? What Trump is saying about the transgender, that he's going to put some laws into play, legislate that to stop teaching gender affirmative care in school. You're going to terminate, funding, and the teachers, guiding counselors that are pushing that for that a child in their wrong body, they will be dealt with severely. And I support him on that, guys. I do not support Donald Trump on a lot of things, but listen, how could any person that believe in the true and living God vote for Kamala Harris? That's all I gotta say. It doesn't matter if she's black, white, Asian, Indian, whatever. Why should anybody in their right mind want to vote for Kamala Harris? That, and look what she did, her and Joe Biden and Barack Obama over the years. Look what they stand for. Look at the agenda they stand for. Rights, rights. What kind of rights? What else more human rights we need? That's what I want to know. What else human rights we need? We need more rights for what? What more human rights you need? Women have their rights. Because women been doing abortion since, even without any rights, women been doing that. So you have your right to do what you want your body. You have the rights. But what the problem is, these people want the special right because they want the LGBT community to have their generation of people. Rights. That's what they want. Rights. Rights. And everyone have their rights. You have your human rights. You can live your life how you want. You don't need no rights for what? To say what you're doing is right. That's what it is. When someone is doing something wrong, they go into court to fight for it, to put into law, so people could recognize what they're doing. And I would still not recognize if this coming. A lot of people didn't recognize what the LGBT community are pushing. Called America Has Spoken. Don't you think that a lot of American people know that Trump is against the LGBT community? Don't you think people know that? The America know that. See the New York people, California people, and Jersey people, San Francisco people. These people are so far to the left. They okay with that. But it's the people in the Midwest, Wyoming, Wisconsin, Ohio, Wisconsin, Oklahoma, all them places out there. They didn't appreciate what Kamala Harris and these people are doing. They don't, because the American people have spoken. Even if Big Bear everywhere, millions of people didn't vote. Why? Why didn't vote? Why didn't vote? He's saying there was over about 4 million people or more. What he said, I just want to be correct. 14 million people didn't vote. And out of that 14 million people didn't vote, I guess majority of them was black. I know they was black because I know white people are going to vote. White people were going to vote, and they're going to vote for Trump. They are not going to vote for Kamala Harris because they do not support Kamala Harris. And Kamala Harris did not relate to the people. She did not relate to the people. She did not relate to the people. That is what it's all about, guys. So I'm telling you guys that an immigration bill, the immigration bill, Trump planned to prohibit undocumented immigrants from receiving any benefits and birthright citizenship for the child of undocumented immigrants. Listen, I'm a foreigner. My parents came here. I didn't have a choice. Make a decision. Come to the United States years ago. Listen, when you come in a country illegal and you have kids, you probably can't get the benefit, but your kids are citizens. So Trump said he's gonna want to end that. Hear this now. If you come to a country illegally, and we all have needs, sexual needs, right? Let's keep it real. And you get the urge to do that type of you know, you want to do that action, as they say. And you know that you are not here legally. You're here illegally. So therefore, as a respectable or a responsible adult, you have to make sure you take the proper precaution. And if you're going to sleep and lay down with someone that you know you're not going to practice sex and you get pregnant, you're putting that child in a bad predicament to your decision and your needs, what you want, immediate gratification. So he's right in certain ways. He is right in certain ways. If you come to a country illegally, I'm not saying that you can't do what you're supposed to do, but make sure you take the proper precaution, because you do not. Because this is what happened when you. And I explained this to a person before, and they said, "Oh, I never look at it like that." Okay, and I hope people will see this point. Okay, when you come in the country legally, go through immigration, getting your immigration card, getting your social security number. It's already in the system. The system is preparing for you. The system is preparing for you because you're coming in the country. So the system is going to give you, they're going to be, the system, it's like if you having, say you're having a convention and you say, we want 500 people to come. Your capacity is 500 people. You can't put 600 people in there. You're going to have a problem. Some people are going to be there illegal. Some people are going to be there illegal, and it's going to cause problem. It's going to cause discomfort to the others in that party because you taking their spot because you're not in there legal. You in there illegally. So it's the same explanation when people come to this country illegally. Then you want to get benefits. The system is not preparing for that. So you're taking away from the system, and the system is like, what's going on here? But you have to give it because it's taken from other people to give it to other people. You see what following people? So what it is, I believe if you come here illegally, starting a family and having a good time, not saying you entitled to it, but that should be the last thing in your mind right now. You should be trying to figure out some way to be in this country legal instead of illegal. But then you want to have kids. It's going to make it worse. It's going to make it worse. It's going to make it worse. So Trump said he's going to put a stop to that. Travel ban from certain countries. Freeze refugees admission. Black federal grant to sanctuary city. End the catch and release program for releasing migrate while they await immigration hearing. Close the southern border to asylum seekers. Suspended visa program, including the visa lottery and family visa. Wow. You could still come to the, listen. See, everybody's looking at, you could still come in the United States, but he's saying you have to go through the proper procedure if you want to come to my country. That's what he's saying. See, a lot of people say, oh, he don't want people to come here, immigrants, he's kicking out people. No. People, you know, a lot of people don't read details. A lot of people don't read details. So you trying to tell me what Kamala Harris and the Democrat Party were doing was better than what, come on. You don't understand that the Democrat Party, they were imposing, because Obama did his part, Joe Biden did his part, so Kamala Harris was going to do his part. 3 things they had to do. Obama already did the most important thing, sign the bill. Joe Biden allowed certain things to take place on a certain day. Disrespecting, not say disrespecting God, but the tradition of things. Kamala Harris is going to push this freedom bill. Freedom rights. Do you know what including that? The freedom rights, human rights. We miss a big hit I am telling you, if the Democrat would have win, but they're coming back again next 4 years. They're coming back, and they might tweak it. They might say something, tweak it a little bit. And but guys, I am telling you that there's more behind what you see. You know what I mean? We think because we see the two candidate there, we have to check behind what's going on behind the scenes, guys. That's what we have to check, because the Democrat going to return and they're going to come back with a more diverse plan to cater to those people that they didn't cater to. And I guarantee you, the next person that come out for the Democrat, watch and see, because this person will be a people person. When I say a people person, this person going to be involved with the people, society itself, relate, because that's what it was missing. So as they say, a lot of people didn't vote for the Republic, for the Democrat, but even Big Bear, my friend came out, Big Bear everywhere, saying that the Democrat, a lot of people in Democrat didn't vote. 14 million people didn't vote. Thank you for the like. 14 million people didn't vote. And I don't have proof of that. I don't have those numbers, but I can assume, I could go on a limb and say majority of those people didn't vote was young black people, especially young black men and young black women. They didn't vote. They didn't vote. They didn't vote. They were more interested in the Megan Stallion twerking, and there was more interested in the Fat Joe so-called speech. There was more interested in the Carla B on stage, make a havoc of herself. We saw the comment that Elon Musk made about her, a puppet, and then she said, "Oh, I'm not a puppet. I'm speaking on the struggle of the people." What struggle of the people you know about Carly B? What struggle she's talking about? So you are the perfect example of American Hispanic woman, or Puerto Rican woman, or Latino woman. You're the perfect example with your fake. Now the other day she did something to her face. Don't you see she fall to this? You don't see Carla B? She's fake. She looked fake the other day on Instagram. She looked fake. Now she have the injection in her cheek and her lip. Now, and she have that big old thing in her back. Disgusting, people. I don't know how these people could live with themselves. They go to these what do you call it? To these plastic surgery and just destroy their face, destroy their body. Why? Why must Hispanic and black women have to go to that level to make themselves look beautiful and say that's beauty? Come on. Then these people want to go on social media and say they role model for our people. It's called to be a role model. Is Megan Stallion a role model? Come on. These are the things that Kamala Harris made of a havoc and a fool of the black people. Which black man in their right mind who understand the concept of society and family value and respect will respect these women? Come on. You respect them, but you respect them as a human being, but as a person, their character, their morals. No, you're not. You think look at Gorilla. The Gorillas. This is she. Oh my God, man. That is the best she could. That's the best she could do for our community and say. And I said this on another live. Why shouldn't we represent young black entrepreneur, lawyers, paralegals, doctors, nurses, even truck drivers, cab drivers, someone that is real? But you fool your campaign with a whole bunch of entertainment. Who want to see entertainment? Who want to see dancing? Then you don't have the audacity. You could even correct certain things that when you're under pressure on some of these interviews, you crack under pressure. People, I believe the Most High put the right person in there due to how the world is going with their agendas. and people transitioning from where to where. How can a human transition to another human? Tell me that. How can I say I want to be a woman? I'm a man. How can I say I want to be a woman? You don't have your monthly cycles. You cannot give birth. You cannot pump milk out of your breast to feed a newborn baby. And you think just because you feel like a woman that make you a woman? And look at Bruce Jenner or Caitlyn. Excuse me, Caitlyn. Because you want to be with the proper pronoun and respect these people what they want to be called. Caitlyn Jenner. Really? Really? Then then the Republican, then the Democrat is okay for a man to go in a boxing ring and beat a woman and said that is fair. When it's gonna stop? When it's gonna stop? You have a man in the Olympics. Punch harder, punch stronger, faster, bigger. But you want to say you're equal with a woman. Right. Who you fooling? Who are we fooling in society, giving these people rights and say it's okay for them to believe what it's okay for them to believe what they want to believe? And we damn well know that a man cannot be a woman. We know that. They fought that battle in Washington in the House of Representatives with Mike Johnson and all these other representatives. How can a man get pregnant? Or a trans woman? No. No, it don't make no sense. A man cannot give birth. Whoever disagree with that, they are the problem. Then you have these fake doctors go to Washington. Then you have this doctor say, oh, it's a challenge to make. I think I have that. Hold on, guys. I'm going to show you something. I'm going to show you guys something. This is where the world is going, and we think it's okay. We think it's okay. We think this behavior and what these people are doing is okay, and what Kamala Harris represent pushing is okay, and it's not okay. It's not okay, and I'm telling you, it's not okay. I'm not okay with it. It doesn't sit well with me. I believe it's wrong. It's disrespectful to our young kids, lying to our kids and telling them that they could be whatever they want to be. You could have a surgery, which is. All right. This is Mike Johnson. A 2-minute excerpt of a podcast interview with an individual named Dr. Blair Peters. You could hear it, right? Oregon Health Science University. Look at this. This is Mike Johnson. He calls himself the queer surgeon, and he boasts about the shocking, fully experimental, irreversible, and life-altering invasive procedures that he and others are performing on children to surgically modify their genitals. I want everyone to hear this in his own words, not mine. Take special note of the frank admission that no one has published any studies on these shocking procedures, and they are, quote, as he says, just kind of learning and figuring out what works, unquote. Later in this video, he admits to performing, quote, huge reconstructive surgery, rearranging anatomy, and then acknowledges that they know almost nothing about the outcomes for these children. And, quote, he says, we'll know more in 5 to 10 years, and, quote, it'll be fascinating to see how all these kids turn out. Wow. With unanimous consent, I will enter the link to this full video in the record of our... See, it's all an experiment on our kids. And that is what the Democrat want to do. Experiment on our kids, guys. That is a serious part of it that people are not looking to. Let's continue this video. This was Mike Johnson. This was a house when they had that a year ago. It is absolutely nightmarish and surreal to hear the description of what these people are doing to the bodies of young children. Please play that clip, and I will say viewer discretion is advised. So 80% or so of
surgery. So I do facial, chest surgery, and genital surgery. But the majority of my practice, sort of where my passion lies, is really genital surgery cases. So I do a lot of vaginoplasty and a lot of phalloplasty. I would just say they're expanding in either direction. So yeah, a lot of adolescents presenting for
a lot of adolescents.
Also a lot of people that are like in their 70s sometimes coming in for genital surgery.
What?
And then everything in between. But the adolescents for sure present some unique challenges. Obviously, there's great evidence supporting pubertal suppression for a whole variety of benefits. But the one thing that is very new is genital surgery in someone that has underwent pubertal suppression. Not so much an issue in someone with assigned female at birth anatomy that undergoes a phalloplasty, because we're creating something with
that's sickening, guys. That's sickening.
Anyway, but a much bigger issue for an individual that's undergoing a penile inversion vaginoplasty, because we use all of that tissue to basically create vulva as well as line the internal vaginal canal. And as a specialty, those of us that do a fairly high volume of genital gender affirming surgery, we've maybe done a handful of pubertally suppressed adolescents as a field, and no one's.
This is a nonsense that we're doing to our kids.
OHSU is, we're just putting our first series together as we're kind of learning and figuring out what works. But it's really changing things because you don't have enough tissue to line the vaginal canal.
Because it's not real.
You either have to take a skin graft or take skin from elsewhere or use some artificial products. The way that we're dealing with it is by using a robot, and we're basically performing intra-abdominal components of the surgery. So we're using peritoneum, which is the inner lining of the abdomen, to line most of the vaginal canal. And by doing that, that allows us to use all of the remaining tissue externally to create a vulva and try to make also an aesthetic result.
So guys,
I'm going to speak the truth here plainly, and I think the vast majority of the American people understand and agree with what I'm going to say.
This is Mike Johnson.
What you just heard there is a little sample of barbarism. This is the mutilation of children, and it should be prohibited by our law. This so-called gender-affirming care is anything but affirming and caring, and the language matters. This is adults deciding to permanently alter the bodies of children who do not have the capacity to make life-altering decisions.
You hear that, guys?
And here's some more plain truth that everybody acknowledged until about 15 minutes ago. It's been plainly observed and fully respected by every culture for all of recorded history. Sex isn't something you are assigned at birth. It is a natural prenatal development that occurs when every unborn child is in the mother's womb. No one can surgically free themselves from this objective and obvious fact of life, or free anyone else from it. But today, we see adults inflicting unspeakable harms on helpless children to affirm the adults' own worldview. That gender is somehow fluid, that sex can be surgically altered, that there are no lasting consequences of all this madness as a result of the sex change procedures. What is even more alarming is that the central tenet of the transgender movement and its allies is to exclude parents as much as possible from making decisions about the health of their own children.
Guys, you heard what? See, people say, "Oh, Wesley, you talk." Listen, thank God I saved this video, because this is a very important video where Mike Johnson is speaking on this movement that people, it's still a movement, guy. It's still alive today, where they want to destroy our kids. And Mike Johnson said, this is going on too long. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. And that is why Trump is on the rampage that he's in now, because all of this, guys, all of this been going on.
And schools increasingly see parents as, quote, transphobic bullies who must be prevented from standing in the way of the medical sexual transition of their own kids. We saw this in my home state of Louisiana recently, where Children's Hospital of New Orleans laughed in the face of a young girl's parents when they attempted to intervene as doctors sought to transition.
You hear that, guys? That's what the Democrats stand for.
To the left, these aren't your children, see? They are the state's children. And the state should be making the parenting decisions. Let's also be clear about something else. Even a parent has no right to sexually transition a young child. Our American legal system recognizes the important public interest in and protecting children from abuse and physical harm. No matter how liberated you may be, you still don't have the legal right to ignore seatbelt safety laws or minimum driving age laws or drinking and smoking laws for your kids. No parent has a constitutional right to injure their children. Of course, the reach of radical sexual identity politics isn't limited to young children alone. We see this extended to young adults, especially at the university level now. The modern left applauds men competing in women's college athletics. We see universities captured by academics advancing this ideology on students across our country. Whether it's by scalpel or by social coercion from teachers, professors, administrators, and left-wing media, it's an aggressive attempt to transition the young people of our children, of our country. They're doing this psychologically, and now they're doing it even physically. Something has gone terribly wrong. And deep down, everybody in this country knows it.
Yep.
Today, we want to shed light on what this problem is, and hopefully how we can address the problem. Contrary to what some of my Democrat colleagues believe, the scourge of radical gender ideology is very real. The efforts to cover up what's being done to our children are extreme. And the science is on the side of what we all know deep down is morally and ethically right. I look forward to the testimony from our witnesses as we unravel the narrative surrounding this so-called gender.
There you go, guys. House Representative Mike Johnson, and that man, he's a Christian man, and he's standing firm on this, guys, saying this is a attack on our kids. You know what I mean? We just have to be on the lookout, guys. We have to be on the lookout for our kids. It's not right for any institution to force this gender affirming care. Don't forget about that, guys. The Republican is against it, and the Democrat are pushing that. That is what Kamala Harris was pushing, but they don't want to tell you that she was pushing the gender confirmation, where teachers have more rights than a parent. Look what's going on in California. Look what Dwayne Child, Zori, or I don't know. People, once a child make that decision in surgery, God help that child. Imagine you are a man. They cut off your genitals. And it's a psychological when it comes down to men that feeling good. We all adults here. And even though kids listen to my podcast, she's Afro-Hispanic. Yeah, we're talking about quality. I'm just looking at the chat, disgusting, making, So, imagine a child go through that transition. Let's take from a male child. Okay, and this is just and the child's getting older. And we know having sex is a lot of psychological away from physical. It stimulate your mind, you feel good, you know, all of that. So my question is this: what would happen when a man get excited to that point and you want to relieve yourself, but you can't release yourself? Because I'm curious. Anyone in the chat? I'm curious. So if a man go through that and cut off his genitals, right? Cut it off, but it's still a mental thing. Because when a man ready to, release himself, you get that, it's a sensational good feeling. So if you don't have that release, what's going to happen? What's going to happen inside? You still have those feelings, because no one could take away your feelings. They could action and do certain things, but your feeling inside, your emotion, those are the man emotion to release yourself. It's not a female mind, it's a male mind inside of you to release yourself. How that's going to happen? See? And, with that video I show you with Michael Johnson, these people are experiencing on our kids. They don't know. They don't know. They're experiencing our kids. It's a damn shame, guys. It's a damn shame. You know what I mean? Guys, thanks for joining me this morning, guys. And I appreciate everyone that coming on this chat this morning. Make sure you press the like button. Share this video, guys. Look over my channel. If you like my platform, subscribe. I have a lot of videos, over 400 videos that you could actually look at and view. My channel, if you like my platform, subscribe. Sorry, guys, my sound. You know what I mean? I'm checking what's going on behind the scenes here. So appreciate everyone coming in, guys. Anyone have any thoughts? Anyone wanting to shout out? Also, guys, follow me on TikTok. Follow me. I also could go live on TikTok. They have me live over there. I don't know how that happened. I have over I don't know. TikTok is only. Good morning, YARDCHAT. I know TikTok is only, you need 1,000 subscribers, but I have less than that. I be get people. I have a video that's going viral over there. I'm serious. I have over 10,000, over 12,000 likes, views on TikTok. So, and I'm getting a lot of followers, and I'm close to 600 followers. You know what I mean? And I think TikTok changed it. I think you get 500. I don't know. I think you need 1,000 subscribers, but I don't know. But it's going good over there. Good morning. Good morning. Big up Tasha's in the building. Big up for smoking. Big up Big Bear was in the house. Nancy, thank you for the update. I don't watch the news. Get you to watch. Thank you, Nancy. Big up Nancy. That's my co-worker. Big up everyone in the chat this morning. Big up. Appreciate everyone live. You know, guys, you got to go back and watch the overall live, because I you know what I mean, on for over an hour. Yeah, you know that I get into my show and I speak about certain things, and you know, I get, even if no one is online, I go on my show, guys. If no one is online, I still talk, because guess what happened? I know I'm building a fan base. And update in the morning on the way. Oh, you on the way? Oh, the church. Wow, church that late, early. So so what happened? You know, Oh, okay. All right. Good morning. Yeah. So you know, shout out to everyone in the chat. So you know what I mean. Like I said, you know what I mean. Join the vibes, guys. Join the vibes. We up to 8 likes. Wow. Thank you for the likes, guys. We up to 8 likes. We have. I'm checking. I always give guys, you know, my updates at the end of the show. My updates, what's going on the platform. We have 8 likes. We have 821 subscribers, guys. And our goal is to go up to 1,000 subscribers before the end of the year. That's the goal. And you know, if anyone, you know, come on now. You missed the show, guys. I've been on for a while. We spoke about the Trump agenda, the plan for the LGBT and rights and immigration. We spoke about that. Immigration is going to be different. You know what I mean? Trump said he's going to get rid of a lot of people, foreigners, but I'm a foreigner. But this, what it is, if you come here illegal way, do it the right way, do your paperwork, you don't have no issue. But it's the people that come here illegally, then you know they want to settle in the United States, then you know still don't have no papers, want to have kids. He's saying that is putting a lot of strain and pressure on the world, on the United States, because like I said before, when you have a event and you say, okay, your cap is 500 people. So when you start letting so if you saw, say you have 560, 200, 400, another 200 more people, 600 people, 500, 700 people, those 500 people going to start feeling uncomfortable because people is taking up their spot, their space, so they don't know, you know. So that's the same thing. And when you come here in the country legally and the right way, the country prepare for you to handle the abundance of people in the country. But when you come here behind the door and sneak, you're putting stress on the country where, and they have kids, then the kids, you know, have to get the benefits. So he's saying all that going to stop. All that going to stop. Immigration. He's going to help the homeless, give them mental health therapy and things like that. I haven't heard no one speak about that in the homeless way, helping people. But it seemed like it's a good plan. But is it a good plan? I'm going to do a show about the Republican, what the plan, what it stands for, what the consequences, what the direction it's going to, because they're still going a direction. Even though the Democrat, you know, lost and the Republican is in the seat, the Republicans still have an agenda and they're still going to that one world government as well. Slower, different route, but going the same destination, guys. But we will see. So we're about to log off, guys. If you're coming in, press the like button, guys. We want to go up to 10 likes. 10 likes. So we're two likes short from 10 likes. We want 10 likes, guys. For all my video, that's another goal that I made for myself, trying to get 10 likes per every live session. 10 likes to the video, you know, and eventually we get more. So thanks everyone for joining me this morning, guys. I appreciate everyone joining live this morning. Make sure you press the button, share the video, and enough love. And most likely I'll probably go live again later. I'll see how it goes, guys. All right. Make sure you press the like button before you leave the video, guys. All right.